So in this critique, it's been a week or two of training, so it's kind of to show his progress and where he's at. So you can see he's responding faster to the backup cue, and I'm being lighter, so I definitely could still be lighter. You could see his tail swish there, so he's still not like super comfortable with that. The head raise is better, like there's less head raise, but there's also less pressure, so it's a better backup, but I definitely could have started teaching it like this too, is what I'm getting at. That's what I should have started doing. Instead of just expecting the horse not to listen and expecting to put a lot of pressure on him and expecting it to look really bad for a while. Like I could just be a lot more gentle and more subtle and take the time it takes to teach the behavior and not stress the horse out a lot. So that's definitely something I would change. And I try to zoom in a little bit here so you can see him. But yeah, see now he's licking and chewing after all that pressure has been removed. That's going to be a pretty good sign of that. Like I've demonstrated that quite a few times with Winslow. It's like after I'd stopped asking him to back up and he kind of stood there for a second, then he licks and chews. So you have to have the application of stress before the lick and chew comes because he's coming down from flight or fight to a more relaxed state. But you have to have that stress. That's very important. Licking and chewing doesn't necessarily mean anything good. It means he's coming down from a stress state. That's it. So he's backing up really nice here. I'm just applying pressure with the lead rope just toward his chest. Looks like pretty gentle pressure and then releasing as soon as he backs up. And then the other part of this was just kind of pushing on the bridge of his nose to back him up. Um, I haven't taught this in a very long time. I kind of forgot that I did this, but decent. I mean, I'm kind of just applying a little bit of pressure. You want to apply it up kind of toward the cheekbones where the like nasal bone's thicker because you don't want to do it real low. That bone's really thin. Um, and don't do a lot of pressure either. You just kind of hold and wait there until they kind of start rocking their weight back, then letting go. So really, I don't teach that anymore. Don't, it's not really necessary, but if that's something you want to do, you absolutely can. I'm just kind of going through all the methods of backing up here. So we did those, and then I'm going to ask him to do the same thing on his chest. I use this occasionally, maybe. I rather push on the chest than the nose, but really now I teach it like with a cue so they know to back up if I say back, or I'll just kind of like flick my hands in their direction, my fingers, and they back up. So that's what I like now is like a visual or a auditory cue. So, but I mean, you can use these as well. Like these are good options too. So I'm applying pressure with my hand on his chest, and there he rocks back. Take the hand off. That was a decent application of it. Hand on. He's just resting a leg, so you're gonna wait and then wait until he kind of there he shifts back and I take it off. So that's the important part is waiting for that behavior with negative reinforcement. So I might have to use that lead rope to help him out a little bit. But the one thing with the chest part is it's going to be easier them to push against you. So that's one thing to think about. You might have to use that lead rope to help him out and show him the answer with the halter because, it's a bigger muscle mass and, horses and other animals are just wired naturally to push into pressure. But this looks really nice. So much better with the application of pressure and the release.